In this video, I'm going to break my own rules a little bit. I barely ever talk about other Forex YouTubers, and today I'm going to talk about ICT. Now, ICT is a very popular YouTuber on the Forex space, and I want to clear the air a little bit. I recently made a video called something along the lines of exposing smart money concepts, SMC, that sort of thing, talking about the idea of liquidity grabs and trading strategies around this concept. Now, truthfully, I am not incredibly knowledgeable in that space. I've dabbled, I've learned, I've spoken with a lot of people who employ strategies like this, and I made a video kind of talking a little bit about my opinion about that. Now, I actually retracted that video. I made it private because I realized that that video came across a lot more harsh than I meant for it to be. Like I said, I don't talk about other YouTubers. I don't try and bash. I am not a channel here. My intention is not to bring drama to the Forex market. In fact, I'm actually kind of anti-drama completely in my personal life and definitely in my public life here on YouTube. So I want to just first say something about ICT. ICT is the granddaddy when it comes to this SMC stuff. And truthfully, I should have done more research before I talked about this SMC concept, because I actually didn't really realize that ICT, or Michael, who is the founder behind that channel, was kind of like he's kind of the pioneer of SMC stuff. So if you're an SMC trader, the first thing I want to say, if you saw my video, then I do apologize. I made an apology video already, which maybe will pop up on the screen if you'd like to see that. But I just kind of want to talk about ICT for a second and just clear the air a little bit, because I've had a lot of comments coming onto my YouTube channel recently that were really out of character for my YouTube channel. Like, my YouTube channel, you guys, I don't get that many views. Usually it's just other fellow traders who are just talking, sharing ideas, commenting on what's going on with the pound, whatever, right? That's usually my channel. So when I start getting comments that are like, hey, Nick, you're an awful trader, you're a BS trader or whatever, because you don't trade SMC and all this stuff, I just realized that I kind of brought that upon myself. I invited that narrative onto my content, and that is never what my intentions are with my channel. I don't care if I get 500 views or 1,000 views or 200 views on a video, if it's something that I'm proud to stand by. But what I'm not proud to stand by is drama. And so, like I said, I'm clear in the air. I have no intentions when it comes to SMC traders to bash or tell you that your strategy doesn't work and my strategy does work. I'm actually very much against any trader who does that sort of thing. I think that one of the most ignorant things that you can do in something like the financial markets, where it is incredibly difficult to make money, period, if somebody's making money and doing their thing right for them, who am I or who are you to tell another person what will and will not work? At the end of the day, look at your own P&L. Look at your own performance. I've had my track record up on my FX book for a long time, over a year now, and this performance is something that I'm happy about. You can see it on the screen right now. I've basically been able to keep my drawdown relatively under control for the amount of reward that I've made. And it's strategies that I have personally designed and used, and they work for me. Now, would it be fair for me to say that that is the only way to make money? Absolutely not. So my biggest thing, my first reaction, my first coming at this topic with SMC and smart money concepts and things like that, right, was just to say, like, hey, you know what? No one single strategy works. And I think most people agree with me on that. Like, even a lot of the SMC traders are definitely in the same camp with me on that. Like, saying like, okay, it's perfectly fine if you don't agree with everything we do. We may not agree with everything you do. And hey, to me, that's cool. I can bump fists on that. What I can't bump fists on is when one side of the camp, whether it be SMC traders or non-SMC traders, they start bashing the other completely, saying that their concepts are silly. And in my video, I feel like I accidentally came across more in that light. And that is absolutely not what I'm about here on my YouTube channel. Now, again, I have my opinions, but it doesn't matter what my opinions are if I display them in a way that kind of drags in negative thoughts on my channel. Like I said, I received a lot of really gross negative comments from both sides. And I'm not even just saying like, oh, SMC traders were, harassing me on my YouTube channel. What I'm saying is that on my YouTube channel, I invited that entire conversation. And I feel really bad about it because I invited both sides to get all up in arms about this concept. So I think I definitely made a mistake with that, and I'm going to go back to under my rock doing what I do every day, which is just trading, which is sharing, live trade examples, strategies that I'm playing around with, and going back to just doing my trading thing. I'm not going into the realm of drama. Now, I will say this. The thing is, right, if you're still with me in this video, then thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you listening to me on this. Here's the thing, right? Right now, YouTube is figuring it out. They're figuring out the Forex YouTube channel side of things are figuring out that drama gets the click. It gets the sell. So I had a couple videos and bam, they went past 10K. And for me on my little channel, I mean, it's not little, it's not big. I've got like 300K subs, which I'd consider a lot, but I don't get that many views. Let's be honest. Like I think I get anywhere from 5,000 on a video to like 20,000, just depends on average, probably around like 8, 9, 10. So for me getting like 15,000 views, that's good. And I can make a little bit of money off of that. And this is just the truth, right? And on YouTube, I've got an editor to pay and for office space to develop these videos and things like that. Like there's costs associated. So there is like that, oh, you want to make a return from all your efforts on YouTube. But I don't want to make a return if it comes off the back of making enemies, causing drama. It's just not, I'm not about that. And I had no intentions of doing that, like really upsetting people, was not my initial idea. In fact, those concept videos where I say like the truth about XYZ really just started out with like, okay, well, let's just be completely like, I'll give you my 100% honest take on something. And I realized that I came across honestly, but I came across way too like, I guess like pompous on that video. And like I said, that's just not what I'm about. So back to ICT, the Inner Circle Trader. I really respect what he does on YouTube, and I meant no disrespect to his methodologies and his work in the industry. Anybody who's been in this industry for this long knows a lot of the stuff that I know. I've been in this for about 6 years total, which I understand is not an incredible amount of time, but compared to the average trader, that's very long. And I've learned in my time that, man, this stuff is difficult. This stuff is not easy. It requires a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work. And anybody who's still sticking around, kicking and sharing ideas, especially ICT, who shares some awesome free content, respect to them. And that's the thing. I don't usually talk about YouTube channels because I really have a personal rule against drama. And so I actually chose to private my recent video. I think I mentioned that earlier here. I chose to private my video because, again, I'm not here to cause drama and stir drama. And it was attracting a lot of negative feedback that I wasn't looking for, right? So going forward, like I said, my plan on this YouTube channel, I don't care if my YouTube channel dies down into a quiet little corner of YouTube and I only get 200 views a video. I really would be happier doing that than getting views stirring the pot. And that is just my personal approach. I know that there are other YouTubers who are like, Nick, you're making a mistake here. Make your hard opinions, right? Like, don't be afraid to share your thoughts and but the thing is, like I said, I can share my thoughts in a way that is not so, drama-esque, right? There's ways to be respectful and disagree with people in a way that is honorable. And that's kind of what I'm going to focus on. I might comment on things like SMC, but I've got to make sure that I do it in a way that is respectful, right? In a way that is not necessarily trying to stir the pot and piss off all the SMC traders. Because I know a lot of you guys do really well. And hey, more power to you. If you're, the last thing you'll catch me saying is, if you trade XYZ strategy, you won't make any money. Because the thing is, right, there is no authority in the markets. There is no authority on who can make money and who cannot make money. At the end of the day, look inwards, don't look outwards, right? Look towards yourself and say, do I see success with the strategies I'm using? If yes, then who cares what Trader Nick says or XYZ Trader on YouTube says? Who cares? Do what works for you. And So, at the end of the day, I know that I have a pretty good following here on YouTube. I have a lot of people who do watch my YouTube channel, and I hope that going forward, just kind of my promise to you, this channel will never be about drama. This channel will never be about Lambos and making millions from the market. This video will always just be my genuine experience on YouTube as a Forex trader since the beginning. That's been the goal. I love you guys. You guys are the best. We have an excellent community here on YouTube, and I'm so thankful to be able to do this every single day as part of my income. I make a little bit of money from YouTube. I'm able to trade, do this, run the business, and it's kind of an amazing gig that I'm thankful for every day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this has been helpful to you, and respect to everybody in the chat.